Okay. So I was I was hearing some people talk about God, and they said, "Oh, I know that there's a God because I've felt Him," and I I really get hung up on this. How people like need proof that there's a God. Like that's to me that's so basic. That's so like tutorial island. Like first of all, I think feeling something isn't good evidence that there's a God. I think feeling something tells you you're feeling something. Okay, so there's something, but what is that something? And if you don't have a lot of sensitivity built into it, like I guess I'm not hearing enough detail from in that situation. But I think this is the thing is that people don't try and expand their sensitivity, expand their consciousness and awareness so they sort of can grapple more and comprehend more of what they're feeling. Okay, certainly no one can comprehend the mind of God. No one can totally ascertain these things. But I think okay, let's put it this way. Let's say you're feeling, let's just say the Holy Spirit. You're feeling the Holy Spirit, as a lot of people do, and they're like, "Oh, I'm in the Spirit." Are you in the ultimate aeon consciousness of Spirit? Are you feeling one with all? Or theoretically, okay, let's say you're feeling God, but is God the aeon? Is he all? Or is he just a being higher than you in a higher reality? And there's potentially other gods that are even higher. I think I find this very troubling because people, I think, I see this in the Christian conspiracy circles a lot of like, um, God is, oh, I could sense this wasn't God or something. I don't know if humans really have developed that really particular sense of what is or isn't God. I think what happens, like for example, one time I heard that they have this temple ceremony in the Mormon church where there's like holes cut in the clothes, and then the spirit comes upon them, and some people were like, "Oh, that's not God. This is weird." Maybe it's just not a God they're used to in previous lifetimes. See, to me, I'm I'm giving you what I think and sense about it, but I also want to throw it to you as the viewer, as the listener, to you know um, to just ask the question: is someone's experience, someone who hasn't developed their experience, is it valid? Is it good? When it says in the Bible, testing the spirits, what does that mean? How does that work? Um, when can you know when the spirits are sufficiently tested? You know what I mean? Um, and having some grasp of that and understanding that, because a lot of people, I noticed this when I was in the Protestant church. What kind of cars right now? Usually this road's pretty empty. In the Protestant church, a lot of times people would have one interesting experience and they would cling to that so hard. And, when I was starting out in magic, I was so impressed by every little thing I felt. I found I was very rarely wrong when it came to the big gnosis, the big concepts. Because in ether, things are just kind of a certain way. Like, if I say, well, I'll just put it this way. There's some filter and resistance between ether, that which is above, and matter, that's which is below. So sometimes things manifesting or realizing, there's just a lot of different realities sort of playing off against each other, and there's like rules and things of that nature. So, but as far as the higher reality, I can't think offhand a single time I was wrong. Probably there's a few, but mostly I just sort of learned new things that recontextualized the old things I knew. Which is another thing, is when you get into this stuff, you shouldn't really try and nail down too hard what everything means. You should just be open and curious and always looking to build more knowledge, because you'll never completely ascertain the truth, but you can always learn more and you can always get closer. And not to say you will never ascertain the truth, I don't want to put it that way. It's like there's always more to it. It's like you never really know anyone else in life. You never fully understand the other person's soul, because and it's hard to even understand your own soul. It's like that. Like, these big truths always have another facet, always have another dimension, always have a different expression in a different situation. Everything is in a way infinite. And of course, the more you understand new facets, the more power you can gain through that. But that's a very knowledge-based power. There's other powers as well. Anyways, it's a big ocean out there. And I think saying, being aware of the big ocean of ether that we are in, to say that there's no God is kind of like a minnow saying there's no such thing as whales. You know what I mean? But to a minnow, how amazing is a whale? You know what I mean? I guess it's like, but to be very particular that one energy you feel is you're feeling God. How do you know? The wisest man knows he knows nothing.